What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? I know it's been a long time. I'm sorry. I'm back, kind of. The reason I'm here today is to share with you a story of my recent trip to Europe about a month ago. If you've seen my other videos, I had gone to Europe for grad school. I met some of the best friends I've ever made in my life, and I was able to reunite with them over a span of about 2.5 weeks. So a friend of mine, Lucas, gave this great idea to say just, hey, bring some Polaroid cameras. You won't see anything that you make until you develop them. Just a fun thing to do, so I thought why not, did that. And I have the photos now, and this video is for the guys that I was with so I can share them these photos. So the very beginning of the trip, I flew into Frankfurt, and then this is where I reunited with my buddy Rico. And of course, when I get there, he shows up with the Germany jersey and a Germany flag. It's World Cup season, and it was a great start to the trip. We went down to pick up our friend Frank, who lives in Luxembourg, and he right now is making his own gin, so you'll start seeing this in stores soon. Rico might have smuggled it to me when he came and visited in the US. It's awesome. It's really cool to see what he's up to, and he's crushing it. So Opus, remember the name. And then a couple or so 2 years ago, back in Luxembourg, I got in trouble with the police for breaking a fence at a gas station, so I had to pay a fine. Police came to my friend's house. Sorry again, Frank. And now every time we go to Luxembourg, I have to go to this fence and drink a beer. It's a beautiful fence, good memories. Not the most proud story, but every time I go to Luxembourg, I have to drink a beer at this place. So then we ended up leaving there, it's Luxembourg, and that's my friend's house. So that's Frank, and that's Rico, and that's me. So we're on our way, and we are going to Belgium at this point for the more class reunion. So that's where our school was. So our friends Jill and Michiel and Maxime were hosting a party for all the grad students and friends. So we got there, we started drinking at the terrace, reliving good memories. Meeting old friends. I got to see Louisa, so she was in a peer group of mine, also with Rico, so we're the dynamic trio. I talk to her quite regularly still. That was awesome. And then Germany played Sweden at that game, and Cruz had an amazing free kick, and Rico went full German mode crazy. And then that's part two. That was awesome. And then at the end, the whole crew got together for a picture. So that was the fun night, and then of course in our own natural ways we ended up staying out until the sun rose, 6 a.m., singing songs in the street of Antwerp just like we did when we were in grad school. So who says we're growing up, right? So let's just take a look at that. So the next part of the trip was going to Rico's cabin over in the northeast of Germany, so kind of by Berlin, Dresden area. He has a beautiful cabin in the woods, so we were going there. We were pretty destroyed from all the partying and, you know, just that feeling of being back together, and you just feel like you're on cloud nine until the next morning when you're hungover. So we went to the cabin. We were like, oh, okay, we're gonna go to the cabin. We're gonna go to sleep early. Wrong again. We're just sitting there reliving moments, drinking. So now we're in Germany. Oh wait, Rico's gonna kill me. We're in Germany now. So how can I share this story unless I have a beer? Cheers, Rico. So yeah, so now we're in Germany, drinking until the sun comes up. It's on a beautiful little lake. The sun was setting in Germany around 11 p.m. I'll put some pictures up. Just swimming in the lake, having some beers, relaxing, because we were preparing to go to a music festival. So that's the cabin right there. And then we played beer pong one night. I went to triple overtime, ruined our stomachs. Crazy game. Never had that happen in all my 4 years in undergraduate, and we're just chilling at the cabin. It goes into triple overtime. And then the next night we're like, all right, we'll go to bed early again. Wrong. Frank, who's like our, let's say he's the guy who has the least emotions of the group per se, asked the question, so what have you done in the last 2 years? So we went through the whole 2 years and ended up staying up again, just, you know, a little more heavier conversation, but it was nice. And it's just kind of funny that the one person who suggested it is probably the least person we'd expected to do it.
Say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And then the true meaning of Christmas came through, and the Grinch found the strength of 10 Grinches, plus 2.
So we went to this festival in Berlin called the Fusion Festival, and it's really hard to get tickets. That's pretty much the motivation of why this trip happened in the first place, because we committed to this festival. And it was kind of like it's like an anti-capitalistic, super free, spirited-minded festival, and no one knew the artists that were going to be there. The tickets were all the same. No one could go and buy premium packages or anything. Everyone was the same at this festival, and I thought that was really cool. And the other thing was, most places you go to, most people have their phones out and they're like recording all the songs, you know, Snapchatting, Instagramming. Here the culture's kind of like, if you have your phone out, someone will tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, live in the moment, enjoy this. And most people didn't have their phones out because it was the culture of the festival to not have your phones out. So it was really special just to sit there, enjoy the music, be there with your friends and be present at the moment. We listened for the most part, but there's some moments where we just couldn't not record some of it, so throw some of that up. And then there's this one day we were just on fire. So our friend Bart here does this thing where he's super excited and he goes like, yeah. So we started doing that at the festival, and there's one day we were just, everyone was in the good mood, everyone was feeling well, super high energy, and we're just running through this place, just yeah, and everyone around us, even if they don't know us, we're like smiling. We're singing songs from Moana and Disney movies. We were playing football with a rum and Coke bottle. That was awesome. Like, we were just in our own little world, and everyone's just like, I don't know what they have, but I want that. And that was us when we were super hype. Yeah. So then after that festival, I was shot. I was so destroyed. And the last part of our trip was going to Valencia, Spain. So that was when, unfortunately, one of our crew members had to depart. Bart left us, had to work. Shame he couldn't come, but it was really awesome to see him. One of my best friends from the group, and he's married now, so congrats, Bart. And now to my favorite country in the world, Spain. Something's kind of weird. It doesn't feel quite right to tell this story like this. I know why. That's a lot better. So we went to Valencia, Spain. None of us had ever been there before. And we're just going there to kind of relax on the beach and just kind of wind down because, not gonna lie, there's a lot of high energy, a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, and we just wanted a place to go to the beach and relax. It's a video, mother. The only one and I walk alone. So we went to Spain. I love Spain, the culture, the food. My future wife is probably there, big chance. So yeah, I went to Spain. We went to the museum one of the first days. Really cool architecture. This is probably one of my favorite photos of this trip. Just, I don't know, it captures the energy of this group. We then went to the beach, so we just hung out here a couple times, got some really nice drinks, agua de Valencias. And then I got a tattoo there. So I got a new tattoo, it says Be More. And it was written with a letter by each of the people that had the biggest influence in my life, in my experience in Antwerp, Belgium for the grad school trip. So Louisa, who you saw in the early pictures, wrote the B, Jill wrote the E, M was Frank, O was Bart, R was Rico, and then I wrote the final E on there. So Be More is something that means a lot to me, and that group really helps me push myself to be more and have confidence in my self-belief, doing the right thing, and they really help me push myself to be who I want to be and help me strive to be who I want to become. So yeah, it was cool. It was really nice to get that done on that trip. So I did it in Spain. I don't know how to use the focal points and stuff of the disposable, so I did that, and it's horribly blurry. I guess I can get up and show you the tattoo here. That was really cool, and it was just so beautiful there. Just the weather, climate. I got this jersey there, and then we wrapped it up and called it a day, and that was the last flight. It was pretty sad leaving, and then I took individual pictures with. So this is Michiel. This is Frank. This is Jill. And this is Rico. And that was a trip. It was amazing. It was refreshing to see those guys. I love them so much, and it's tough because I'm the furthest away out of everybody. I mean, they all live in Europe, and I'm in San Diego, not even the east part of the United States, but the west, so it takes a whole day of traveling to get there. But I was so happy that I could make it happen, and just that I could get the time off to do that. And it's a trip that I'm gonna remember for my entire life. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna hopefully make more content soon. I say that every time, I mean it. Yeah, so take care, be at ease, everything is wonderful, and I will see you in the next video. And to the guys on the trip, I love you guys to the moon and back, and it was a great time. Thank you so much for taking time off of your schedules and work to make this trip possible, and I think it's one we're gonna remember for our entire livelihood. So, and I'll see you guys next year. All right, peace.